Okay, guys, let us listen to what General Dogara Ahmed has to say about the INEC deployment and AGOG rules of the NYSC Corps of their influence in the upcoming election that is to take place by tomorrow, being the 25th of February 2023. Let's stay tuned and listen.
And we say of the UCOM member that tomorrow they are good to go.
Good evening, Mr. Seun. We are good to go again. Both the core members, our directors, deputy directors, state coordinators, INEC scheduled officers, and local government inspectors in this exercise, we are good to go, including the Director General NYSC.
It's good to hear that, because a lot of Nigerians out there, they are anticipating, and usually the first port of call or the immediate person that they relate with are the NYC, the core member, and they've had their own fair share of issues, against those who perhaps are not well informed about the process. What kind of training do you understand that INEC has given them? How long has this training gone for? And how many of them have been trained by INEC?
Well, the INEC have given training to the core members participating in the election. In the first place, the number you are talking about, I think more than 200,000 youth core members have been trained. And the kind of training given to them is on the manipulation on how to handle the biomodal voters accreditation system, the beavers equipment. The training have been given to them also on the issue of the kind of disposition, how they are expected to behave, the do's and the don'ts expected of them in their place of schedule of assignment was also given to them. And I think the core members have received the training in their respective states, including their state coordinators. The INEC schedule officers were also there, and also the local government inspectors were also there. And not only that, we just dispersed some core members from the camp. For those that were in the camp at the time the training was given, they were given their own training in-camp training by the INEC officials. And I think
the question is, we had election in Ekiti and Osun. INEC used the help of NYS, the core members. Are there possibility, because you mentioned over 200,000 people that have been trained by INEC, is it possible that we have people who just finished? Because I know some people concluded a few weeks ago. Is it possible that we have some of them who are part of the exercise of tomorrow? We just concluded their NYSC.
Oh, of course, yes. They are participating. That is what I just mentioned. Those ones that just passed out from the camp, they were also trained, so they are participating in.
Good to know. So, in the past, there have been issues relating to the health, the welfare of these core members. Is there any kind of insurance? Because I know this has been in the works. I don't know if that has been established. Any kind of insurance for any of these core members?
Well, in the case of any eventuality, which we don't pray for any, we have already made arrangement in case there should be any. We have assured everybody that is taking part in this exercise, aside their welfare that has been taken by INEC, and their security as well. So their security and their welfare is properly taken care of. So the core members taking part in this exercise, all of them have already been assured. We have taken those measures, unlike before.
What about, talking about their welfare, their stipends, because any of them watching tonight, if they are not gotten their stipend, they'll probably be expecting me to ask that question. Are you aware whether or not their stipends are being paid already, or is it going to be tomorrow if it's not being paid, or when?
INEC is in charge, but we are sure everybody will be taken care of. That I assure you, and they have assured us.
Give us an understanding of what is happening in Imo. We are hearing stories of JITA, of some of your core members that have been deployed for some of them who say, oh, they're not able or they're afraid of going into some areas. How are you handling that kind of situation? But, I mean, can you also clarify what exactly is the situation in that area?
Well, the situation is very simple and is very understandable to us and for those who are concerned. We have some few local governments or some wards that are flash areas. With that, we say we don't deploy corps members where we expect trouble in such areas that are very glaring to us. And don't forget, not only for INEC duties, NYSC always ensure that they don't post corps members to any trouble zone. And those areas where we are talking about, already we don't send corps members to serve in such areas. So it is not something new. It is only people that begin to talk a lot of so many things and make issues out of it. There are no issues there. Even the executive governor, I learned when I was briefed by my state coordinator, tried to ask questions. He clarified to the executive governor that there are fear for trouble and the rest, and the children are afraid. The governor understood with her. He said, now, okay, he didn't know it was like that. And the other ad hoc staff, I think the INEC staff are there, others are there. It's not only NYC that will be used. So on our own part, it is part of our MOU with INEC that any trouble zone, we don't allow corps members to be deployed in such areas. So it is just one of those things. It's just people that are capitalizing on that and start to make news out of it. Otherwise, in fact, even the initial person to those areas, we don't send corps members, not only for INEC duty, even for service. So that has been taken care of, and I'm sure INEC will do something about it and ensure that election is held there. I listened to the briefing when the INEC chairman, the Professor Yakubu, was talking. He clarified those issues, and even the IG has also talked about that issue. So there is no cause for alarm in such areas. So the corps members are not taking part in any area that is flash area that we anticipate trouble. That's the situation.
I mean, for issues of mapping these areas and understanding this terrain, for that sake, can you give us these areas that you are not deploying to?
Well, if you listen to that briefing by INEC, he mentioned the areas. In my own part, I do know that we don't send corps members to some of the local governments like Equibwe, Ihime, Bano local government, Oru East, Oru West, and Osu local government, Oguta local government, and Olu local government. There are some areas that are those areas, there are some security consign. So for that reason, we don't send corps members to even serve in those areas, not only for INEC duties. So it's not something new. But the specific areas, I think INEC can always clarify that one, and it is within the purview of the security agency that IG will know better than myself.
You perhaps have just mentioned, if I'm right, one state. Are there other areas in the country where for now you're not deploying, you see them as hotbeds and you don't deploy to?
Well, as it is now, the corps members are ready to deploy anywhere, but wherever there is challenge, I'm sure they will not be deployed in such areas. You know, this one come up because of the noise that is all over. Otherwise, it's not it's not everywhere. 100% the election ad hoc staff are the corps members. No, we are just certain, but we are the largest anyway. But it's because they know we are the largest. That's why they are making those speculations. But for now, the corps members are ready to deploy anywhere. But again, the INEC are aware, our staff are aware, any place where we have concern for security, we will not allow corps members to go to such places. But we are ever ready to be deployed anywhere and carry out with their assignment.
I mean, when you see someone like you, speaking with someone like you, it just gives some level of confidence, knowing that you understand about safety issues. What have you told these young, beautiful and handsome Nigerians about their safety ahead of tomorrow?
Well, their safety is guaranteed, just as I have told you the first day I took over on the 30th January 2023. The first place I visited was the IG of police. I visited direct DG, DSS. I visited Civil Defense. I visited the INEC office. All the aim of finding or ensuring that these core members are actually secured. And all these agencies assured me everything is in place to ensure their security. As I am here in Plateau State, Jos, this morning I visited the GOC and Commander of Operation Safe Haven.
All right.
I visited the Commissioner of Police. I visited the Director, the State Director in Plateau here and the DSS. They all assured us of the safety, and what we see in place, it is quite pleasing. And we are sure it is all over the country. I have talked to the state coordinators. I've talked to the state coordinators. I've talked to the directors deployed to go and observe what the members are doing. That they should ensure that they meet the security agencies in all the states to get their assurances, to at least strengthen the assurance that we have. And above all, we do not accept gratification. We have told the members, the directors that are with them, the state coordinators, INEC scheduled officers, we ensure that they play by the rule. We have spoken to the core members. We have carried sensitization. I've lack of the sensitization on Thursday, and all over the country, the sensitization awareness was given to these core members. And we are satisfied with the report we are getting back. The core members are ever ready to do their best, just as their predecessors have done. They have made the country proud. They have received commendation from this country and beyond, even from observers coming outside the country. Their performance has always been wonderful, and I think we are very ready to ensure that we have established, or we continue with the good work, if not better than what we have done before.
Fantastic. A good way to prepare for this. But were they made to swear an oath of in their line of duty, considering the sacredness of the conduct of the election or the exercise in which they are engaged in?
Of course, yes. The day they reported in the camp, all of them swore to us that they will give their best. So everything that they ask them to do, and they are volunteered to do it, they will do to their best. They are on oath already. So every core member you see is already on oath. I believe when you listen to our NYC anthem, if you can still remember, I'm not asking you to sing it here again.
It's a long time now. It's a long time now, but I mean, I should be able to remember. But you can remind us, DG.
I know. If I start thinking it, I can still remember. I did youth service as well, but since then,
but yours might be longer than mine. My days at the NYC might be earlier than yours.
You remember when you say youth? Hello.
I'm here. Please go ahead.
You remember, the core members have taken an oath to serve under the rain or on the sun, or in the sun, and to accept whatever thing that's given to them by their superiors. So they are under oath. That is the simplest thing I think every core member knows about. So I'm sure, apart from being on oath, these young Nigerians are always prepared and ready to give their best. If you see them, you see they're in high morale. They know what it takes. They know they're being watched, not within the country alone, but all over the world. So they have assured us, and we keep on talking to each other. We know that we are prepared and they are ready, and I think they will make the country proud. Sure.
Yeah, it's good to hear. Under the sun and in the rain. I can still remember, although, I mean, my singing expertise, I don't want to unleash it, because I'm hoping that maybe somehow I might get some global music award if I put my music prowess into use. But that's what I like to know. I mean, as a way to wrap up the conversation, DG, if there is a better way to go about this engagement with the NYC, the core members, and INEC in this line of duty, is there anything you think that we could do better to make the handshake between NYC and INEC a better one?
Well, I think for now we are good. We don't have any reason to complain. I think the welfare, the assurances, the INEC is doing fantastic work, and we are okay with that.
All right. Thank you so much, DG. And I don't know if everybody is ready. And the way they say, Mora, hi, isn't it? Mr. DG, DG of the NYSC, Brigadier General Yushao Doga.